Needless to say, we are back to square one. 3-3 going to the 9th inning. Cahillo Aloy. Shore stays in. He swings and spin late. It's been a frustrating World Series with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to the shortstop for Cahillo. Likely be the starting right fielder for Arkansas next year. He's got a terrific arm. He started at BYU, then joined his brother, obviously, in Arkansas. Oof. Swinging for the fences on 99, and it was by him.
Better not throw anything else.
Stay with it.
Yeah, you throw a slider right now, I think you give him a chance. I mean, that is very well located arm side, and it has a ton of run.
On the ground, Milam, nice play, and he's able to get the out. That time Jared Jones swatched it into his glove like he was playing egg catch. He wasn't going to let that by him or break.
He kind of waited as long as he could right there. Milam's got a range a long ways glove side, then throw it on the run. Bear's got to go get it. He kind of going to let that one travel and then pop the bare hand in there just to make sense. The claw finishes it off right now. The Bear with the claw right at the end.
Cover this bad boy right up.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of two-handed picks over at first, but hey.
You do an inning after what just happened.
Right. It's an out.
Shores and Robinette. He's feeling really, really good, and that is easy 101-mile-an-hour velocity. This ball is smoked on a line, and it's going to get down in front of Curiel in center. Boy, that was an about face on 100. Hard single for Robinette.
We've been talking about all ball game, y'all. They are just playing really deep. This is not a late in the ball game kind of thing. This is just where they're playing, and a ball that gets out there, I don't know, 350 feet or so, falls for a knock.
Remember, too, Curiel has not played center field hardly at all this year. Now, he is a natural center fielder and will be moving forward. And I don't think they're doing it out of protection. I think they're doing it. They've done it all game.
Yes.
Whoever was out there. But if you're playing normal depth, he may have a chance to catch that.
Now, of course, you're playing no doubles.
For Iredale, the Australian Little League superstar swings and fouls one off.
You don't really have to go no doubles when you've been playing the depth the whole game.
Yeah,
but
you're already there.
There's no change. Iredale out of the 8th spot, 14 homers, 57 runs batted in. A good look at just how deep the outfielders are. 375 to left center and right center, 408 to dead center. Gets the call at 100, and how about Shores just pumping in 100-mile-an-hour fastball after fastball. This ball is hit well. It looks like it's destined for the gap. It gets down. Robinette goes to third, breaks her on, and a double off the bat of Brent Iredale. And the Hogs are knocking at the door here in the 9th. Well, that's one of the reasons you play deep. If it gets to the wall, that game is now not tied anymore.
Because Curiel can go get it. That ball's getting by your left fielder regardless. But if Curiel's not playing that deep, it's got a chance to get all the way to the wall. And Arkansas has the lead right there. But Curiel takes the deeper route just to make sure that he's essentially the backup man in this. Is able to get to it and at least hold the base runners at second and third. But now, as Jay Johnson walks out, you would expect they're going to bring the infield in. Justin Thomas Jr. due up.
He's been on fire with bat to ball skills. And you're right, the infield will be in. We will be getting a new pitcher coming into the game for LSU. going to bring in the right-hander, Jacob Myers, coming into this one for LSU. Arkansas's got runners in scoring position. There's only one out. Looking to regain a lead in a back-and-forth battle here in Omaha. Well, all you could ask for on a wonderful College World Series evening here in Omaha, Nebraska. Arkansas and LSU, the SEC superpowers amongst many, but they are the two that are here, and it's a 3-3 ball game. The Razorbacks are knocking at the door as Shores has come out. Chase Shores and his 100-mile-an-hour fastball, 2 innings. He's responsible for the 2 runners. He struck out 2, didn't walk anybody, and he gave up 1. And now you go to another guy who's known for a high-velocity fastball in Jacob Myers.
Yeah, good. We got the guy out of there that throws 100. Now we get to face another guy that throws 100. Righties have had an issue with him this year. 0-30 is not necessarily what you're looking for. Throws about 80% fastballs, and he will run it up there. LSU's infield is in.
We think about a push bunt. We swing it away. Robinette has a very small lead. He's swinging, and that gets through. A diving infielder at third. Robinette is in. Iredale is in, and the number 9 hitter, Justin Thomas Jr., delivers in the biggest spot possible. He is 8 for 14 at the World Series.
Boys, that's one of the biggest hits in Arkansas history right there. You talk about being ready for an at-bat off a dude who doesn't throw a ton of strikes, a first pitch breaking ball that is just begging to be blasted, and a rocket between short and third from JTJ puts the Hogs back on top.
Jacob Myers had thrown 82% fastballs this year.
Wow.
You take that swing, you are going up there looking for a first pitch breaking ball, and he got it.
5-3 Arkansas. Davalon. Strike 1. How do you do that, Berkey? How do you take a kid that throws 82% fastballs and be ready to hit a slider?
I think that's the old, like, man, I'm just ready to hit, and I see the spin early. I don't know that he's sitting slider as much as he's just ready for a strike.
Braswell had no chance. That was a rocket, and he was in at third base. Davalon swings and misses there.
We just called him time because it hit his foot after he swung and missed.
What a College World Series for Justin Thomas Jr. Down. One-two to Davalon. JTJ goes, swing and a miss, throw down. It's into center field. He's up and he's off. As Curiel will pick it up and not try to throw to third. Davalon strikes out. Justin Thomas Jr. moves to third in a 5-3 game. A strikeout, and they're going to charge the error to Hernandez on the throw.
Yeah, perfect pitch to throw on, and he just bounces it. Milam can't come up with it. JTJ knows they're playing deep out there in center field. He takes third base easily. And now Vahiva Aloy with a chance to put the Hogs up by 3.
Yeah, or 4. Ball 1 inside to Aloy, who came sliding across home to put the Hogs up by a run before Jared Jones knotted it up with his bomb. Justin Thomas Jr. with the 8 hits, tied for the most at the College World Series. Oof, slider, he was way off there. Louisville's neighbors had 8 hits. Both of them are 9-hole hitters. And those are the 2 leaders in hits in Omaha.
You never know.
Called strike 3 on the inside corner. But that guy right there steps into the spotlight. Justin Thomas Jr. had 2 on, and on 1 pitch changed the game. This LSU have a comeback in him in the 9th. As John Pearson will step in as a pinch hitter, the freshman, looking to do some significant damage. And he's likely going to see this pitch that these guys were talking about. It's hard to describe. He bats in the 9 spot.
Well, it's a slider. He calls it a slider, like KP said. Sometimes it has more of a traditional shape like that one. Sometimes it kind of goes straight down or almost runs the opposite way like a screwball. It's just a very tough pitch to pick up.
One ball, 1 strike. So it's been Gackel and then Gibbler with a whole bunch of arms still available should there be a game tomorrow night out of that pen. 1-1 of the freshman. Almost hit him. Nope, 3 balls and a strike.
Pretty big spot right here for a freshman, KP. This is not something that you necessarily can prepare yourself for. You got to get in there and lock in 1 pitch at a time. A little wobbly here to start.
Big pitch. Yes, on the inside corner to go 3-2. Gibbler came to Arkansas with a stated goal of not only learning from Hobbs and wanting to be as good as Hagen Smith, he said he wanted to be better than Hagen Smith. Of course, the great left-hander. He comes back and goes with the strikeout of Pearson.
And that gets lost a little bit with Gibbler. There's some giddy up too, and there's some ride. But it's 92, 93, and those last 2 we saw it. Couldn't find a slider consistently. 3-1 count goes heater to strike out Pearson and start the 9th.
That might slow the heartbeat down a little bit. Big time comeback right there in that count.
So much of being a reliever, especially as a freshman, earning the trust of the head coach and the pitching coach. Gibbler has done that. Top of the order, Curiel. Outside. So you're going to have to deal with Curiel and Fry. The 1-2 hitters for LSU. Last 3 plate appearances, Curiel has struck out. He had a double to lead off the game. In the dirt. Always the conversation about the modern day hitter and the challenges they faced, and not necessarily the hitters from years back did. The idea that you faced Beidelshees and then you had to face Gackel, and now you go back to a lefty who throws another array of funky pitches. You're not seeing 1 guy, you're seeing 3.
And you don't get Curiel to go out of the zone very much in a 2-1 count. That shows you how good that slider can be.
He rolls 1 over. Robinette's got it. Getting over there late. Throwing behind him, and it gets past Helfrich. And Curiel is going to go to second base. Robinette, he roamed a little bit too far there, and late getting over was the freshman Gibbler. He had no chance.
No, he was a step late getting off. So left-handers are going to fall to the third base side anyway. You can see that scissor kick gets him there. Now to the backhand side, it's got to be a perfect throw right by Robinette to have a chance, even if it is I don't know that you do.
This isn't Robinette's ball, KP.
There you go.
Well, but the minute he breaks, I mean, the minute he breaks, he's going to try to make the play.
Right. It's just, again, a tough one, but with a left-handed hitter, you know your second baseman's in your back pocket. And even if you take a half step, we've already seen him retreat earlier in the game on a bunt, right? Even if you take this first half step to the ball, like, you got to put the brakes on. Once he goes that far, you're right, KP. Now he's got to make.
Now you got it. Yeah, at that point, you got to feel.
I think even a good throw, he's safe, but you gave him an extra base as he throws that one way up the first base line.
Helfrich was backing up the throw, but it was so far off that it went by him. And now you bring up a dangerous hitter in Ethan Fry. First base open, down by 2. 84 in there for a strike. Fry had a ringing double in the 6th, and he scored a run. Gibbler does not yet have that pinpoint control that you're so used to seeing. He's fallen behind again, 2-1.
They got double barrel action down there in that Arkansas bullpen, so they're ready to go to the next guy if Gibbler doesn't find his form.
Fouch on the right. 2-1 to Fry. 3 balls and a strike, and it wasn't a competitive pitch. Stephen Milam is the next batter due up for LSU, as there is anxiety on both sides. Did he go? No, and the walk will bring the winning run to the plate.
What do you think, boys?
I think some of it is, do you want Milam from the right side of the plate, or do you want Milam from the left side of the plate?
He's better from the left side. The right side is definitely his weaker side.
That's why he's staying in.
The 2 right-handers down there in the bullpen, Fouch and Jimenez.
People ask all the time about closers. At the major league level, they've made this argument that you can find a closer. You guys on the bandwagon of the last 3 outs of any game at any level are the hardest 3 outs, and it does take a different breed.
Yeah, especially the minute there's traffic and environment.
I agree with you, but that is kind of a modern day argument.
Well, that is one modern day argument I would disagree with. All minds are not built for the 9th inning.
I agree with you.
And like you said, traffic, but also the stage, right? It's very different in postseason and elimination game.
Well, he's been very different in the postseason as opposed to all other games too. Yeah, you said it earlier in this game, man. Milam just feels different in bigger games.
Well, it's all on the line here. If LSU can somehow come back and get a win, they'll move on to the College World Series Finals, trying to win their 2nd in just a couple of years. Arkansas has not yet won a championship, and they need to force a game tomorrow night. It's loud in here, as you can see Gibbler covering his ear to get the call on the pitch call. He lands one at 84 for a strike to get ahead of Milam.
We talked about the splits. It's about 70 points difference facing lefties than righties.
So Milam again, multiple hits in both of the College World Series games, and tonight just a hit by pitch and 0 for 3. Doesn't have that hit yet. This time he beats it into the ground. Aloy will go to third, and he gets the out. Did they have a chance to get two? He went to third to get the lead runner, foregoed any chance of a double play.
Yes, they had a chance to get two.
They're turning two on this ball, KP. Like, to me, this is a no-doubter. 6-4-3. I mean, look where Milam wasn't even at the runner's lane when Fahiva decides to throw this ball to third base. Look where he's at when he decides. He's not even in the picture. That one really surprises me.
That ends the game.
It's not only pitchers that feel a ninth inning. Luis Hernandez. Ball one. One out away from forcing a winner-take-all game tomorrow night. Gibbler wants a new baseball. The freshman who has put up crazy numbers has gone from a freshman to a grown-up and thrown right into the fire here at Omaha. This ball is hooked to left field, and a bad read. It goes off of the left fielder's head, Davalon. Both runs are going to come in, and we are tied again. Oh my goodness, he slipped, and it looked like it went right off of his body, and we are tied at 5. Have you ever in your life?
Oh my Lord. This is, I mean, listen, it's hit hard. And it forces a tougher play out in left field for Davalon, but he's not quite sure right at the beginning. In the break, he's in, he's back, and then he spins his wheels right at the end, and then he's just trying to throw that glove up and make a play. And you got to go out and hug that freshman left-handed right now, because it was a double play that would have ended the game. A ball to the bat that is hit hard. That was 104 off the bat, but a play that should have been made and left, instead isn't. Dave Van Horn goes to the mound. We will play on. The Tigers have tied it at 5. Give Hernandez credit for putting it in play as hard as he did, but ultimately the freshman probably deserved a little bit better outcome than happened.
Now, you can certainly make the case. There were 2 chances to end that game. On the ball to Aloy. Seemed to have an option to get the double play, game over, and certainly there after he threw to third to get the force out, the ball clanks off of the shoulder, just missing the head of Davalon on a ball that was hooking away. You know, he was standing in the area in which the grass is a little slippery, and he clearly didn't get a good read on it nor a good jump. But boy, this is not a good feeling for Arkansas and their fans, given their history here in Omaha, to see a 2-run lead go away like that.
No, I mean, you got what I think's a mental mistake by Fahiva, throwing the ball to third on what I think's a routine 6-4-3 double play. And then a physical error where Davalon misreads the ball. It's top spun. He breaks back. He comes in. Then he blows a tire, loses his eye level. The ball bounces off of him. And right now, it's pretty hard to breathe on the Arkansas side of things, because man, has this thing gotten away from him.
It has, but it's still tied.
Yes.
I mean, now you got to get back in the dugout and start over in the 10th inning. If you're Arkansas or if you're LSU, man, there's blood in the water, and you didn't necessarily think there was going to be right now. And well, you get the big boy stepping the plate here in a minute. Aiden Jimenez up. Wasn't sure if he was going to be hot today, but no Foucher. They go to Jimenez, guy that's started a couple times this year, relieved for the most part, but it's a mid-90s fastball and a good slider. Let's see if they even let Jones hit here with first base open.
Yeah. You feel certainly for.
So this is the ground ball to Aloy. He just, for whatever reasons, decided to flip his hips and throw it to third. And then Davalon, he goes back, realizes this ball's top spun, then tries to come forward, loses his balance. And man, just 2 plays back to back that were missed opportunities to end this ball game.
As crazy a baseball game as I've ever seen. I mean, just given the circumstances and the plays, you would think And Jared Jones would be walked here. First base open, his run doesn't matter.
You got Pearson behind him from the left side. It would seem they like the righty-righty matchup better.
Slider misses.
And it may be one of those to where it's an all slider at bat. And if Jones wants to go after it and they're out of the zone, then so be it. But you better be careful and not hang it.
Jared Jones with a chance to put the Tigers into the finals. Well, it was close enough that he got a good swing at it, but he fouled it off. Jared Jones hit what at the time was a massive home run, his 22nd of the season in the 8th inning. To tie this game up. And since then, both teams 2 runs each in the 9th. 3 errors for LSU, 1 for Arkansas. 1-1 to Jones.
I don't think he's going to see anything else. I think it's slider down and away, slider down and away. If he wants to go after it, fine. If he doesn't, they're okay with him trotting down to first.
Hernandez, you can see him there in the foreground. He is the winning run. He does get one to hit. It's off the glove of the second baseman, and here comes Hernandez. LSU is on to the finals. They pitched to Jones, and it bounced off the glove of Cam Kojal. And the Tigers are going back to the finals. And the curse of Omaha strikes the Hogs again.
Team to the championship series. What were you looking for in that at bat?
I don't know. Ball that I could hit. You know, that's all I cared about. Winning run right there on second base. God is good.
How would you describe what happened in the bottom of the 9th?
LSU baseball. I can't explain it. It's been the most magical 3 years of my life. It's just unbelievable.
You got to be a part of this team in 2023, but now you play this vital role for this team. What has it meant to be able to propel your team to the championship series and 2 wins away from another national championship?
It's unbelievable. And we were here, 2 years ago, tie ball game, bottom of the 9th. Tommy White hit a walk-off homer. So, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Congratulations. We'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you.
All right, KB, thank you very much. The Arkansas players out there to console Davalon, who is devastated. And how about this one off the glove?
Yeah, it's amazing if you go back and look at this inning, how many what-ifs there were. If you were Arkansas, and then ultimately for LSU, just keep putting a bat on it and see what happens. And 3 different times it looked like a play could have been made that would have ended, well, in this case, not ended the game, but kept it going. And instead, Jones got another slider. He got 4 in a row, and the last one he got was in a spot he could get enough barrel on it to just get it past the outstretched glove of Cam Kojal and end it.
And congratulations to LSU. What a comeback. But, man, your heart just has to hurt for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What a team, what a season, and just a brutal way to finish it.
0-5 all-time in Omaha against LSU. And for Arkansas Razorback fans, they think back to the ball they didn't catch down the right field line, which would have helped them win a World Series a few years ago. And now you're going to look back on this inning as one of the wildest innings we've ever seen on a baseball field. We will see you tomorrow. We will not see you tomorrow night. We'll see you Saturday for game one of the finals.